first things first, I wanted to jump scare everyone with this photograph right here. This is Yorch. This is Yorch Torch Gaming.
I've heard of him. I don't know who he is.
So this is the guy that's going around saying that split fiction is woke trash because of feminism. It's a strange take for anyone who's actually watched or seen anything to do with split fiction. I would never have listed it that way. It's just kind of like, but he won't stop. He won't stop, and there's a lot of people who are just kind of sick of this guy, including Smash. I'm pretty sure Hypnotic's kind of sick of this guy. I'm kind of sick of him. And it's annoying because, like, before Goonergate happened, he was pretty normal. Like, he would just talk about stuff like we would, like Veilguard was an issue, Dustboard, Outlaws, things like this. But he's turned into this thing where it's like, if there's a woman pretty much anywhere, unless they're, like, goon material, then it's feminist propaganda.
Is it safe to say he's like a JDR?
JDA? John De La Rose?
Yeah.
JDR. Who's JDR?
Oh, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
I'm always changing people's names.
It's okay.
Don't mind me. But you know who I mean.
Yeah, so funny you mention it. Because they're kind of opposites when it comes to the whole Goonergate thing, the way it started. Where Yorch is like, you know, all the women need to be super attractive and wearing whatever they want, but then JDA and he's more Puritan, right? Where they're like, no, you know, cover them, censor, blah, blah, blah. He was with Melanie Mac and all that. Mm-hmm. At some point, they truced. And now they are like this. He's in a pod. Like, Yorch will even, like, post articles on Fandom Pulse. And they both ran that campaign against Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, where they were like, this is woke trash because sodomy, blah, blah, blah. And, like, trying to say Hans was underage and all that stuff. But they wouldn't stop, even though I personally uncovered the fact that they weren't underage. Like, they were all adults.
We remember that.
So anyway, this is from Smash JT's site right here, where he's talking about split fiction success, because it has been really successful. Puts the annual grifter into absolute meltdown mode, which is, we're talking about Yorch here, because he is going off the walls with this stuff. So he's having a bit of a coping session on social media, and he is. Where Smash, we've seen him play with Hypnotic. If anyone hasn't seen him play some games with Hypnotic, split fiction.
I thought Hypnotic only plays with Smash.
Yeah, so Smash and Hypnotic were playing together.
That's his favorite guy to play with.
That's his boy. Yeah, they
love playing together.
Yeah, so now they're both women in the game, so that's cool. But yeah, the game's fun because I play with my kid. It is a good game. Like, I really like the first, well, not the first one, but the game before, which was what was it called? Yeah, No Way Out or something like that, where, like, it was the married couple.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, really good game.
You gotta work together.
Yeah, you have to work together. It's co-op, beginning to end, and if you don't work together, you can't beat a level. Like, you literally have to do things together. Which sets up some great trolling moments, too, which becomes part of the game as you're killing each other. But yeah, this game peaked. Like, look at this. This is crazy. 259,000 people peak for a game like this is really surprising. And I guess they announced that they sold 1 million in, like, the first weekend, which is
wait,
solid.
Was that the guy that was on X
this guy?
Listing the reasons why this game is woke trash? He was just like,
yep.
And then the guy that made the game was like, these two are based on my daughters.
Okay, yeah, so exactly. So the original thing about feminist propaganda came up. This was a little while ago, right after release, right? And so this guy, this is the developer right here. This is Joseph Farias. He's like, these are based on my daughters. That's why they're women. Like, these are my daughters in the game. Meanwhile, people like Yorch can't drop it. Like, they can't. And this guy's pretty base, dude. This guy's not one of your woke propaganda annoying developers at all. Like, he's a guy, like, when I heard Split Fiction announced, I was like, I'm gonna buy the game. Like, I knew immediately. Like, I can trust him, and the game's gonna be good. And I've had no regrets. And as you can see, there's a lot of people who jumped on board. I'm actually really surprised. These numbers are huge. I mean, this is not what I expected. It really kind of blew me away, but yeah. So this guy, this is Yorch saying, gamers, two dudes playing split fiction is the very definition of ultra lame and gay. Real men play Gears of War in co-op.
That's gotta be a troll.
Who do you think he's talking to?
I mean, what a dumb thing to post.
Yeah, he's basically he's basically subtweeting Smash and Hypnotic here. I mean, this is what he's doing.
Right, because yeah. I mean, what's wrong with two friends playing a video game together?
Nothing.
Is it because of the game has two women, so therefore it makes them gay? I mean, the whole point of the fucking game is to work together.
Yes.
You
Agreed.
need another person to play with you.
Yeah, but they're women. Don't you get it? Therefore, it's a problem because they're two women and they don't look like Eve from Stellar Blade. Even though they aren't ugly. Like, they did not, like, this is not like a K-Vest situation from Outlaws, right? If they did that to them too, then we could be talking about, okay. But they didn't do that, right? This is just two women, and you can't do Eve to them. Kids play this game. This is not rated M for mature.
Okay.
Right? So why would you're not going to put them in those kind of, you're not even going to have the option because you can't. Otherwise, it's not going to be rated for kids, and parents are going to look, oh, I can't play with this my kid, and they're not going to buy it.
Right. Everyone could play it.
Exactly. So in a separate post, he claimed the game should be boycotted because it has female protagonists. Now, let's read this. Oh, I did, and even added his feminist slop to March's non-binary list. He can get all the inspiration from where he wants, but the game is being promoted as feminist slop, and my golden rule never fails. Now he's saying he can get his inspiration from his daughters all he wants, but it's being promoted as feminist slop, which I have yet to see. It looks feminist, and it talks feminist, and it walks feminist. The game is feminist. Plus, the female characters are totally missing the mark in the beauty department, which is weird. They aren't. I would say they're pretty decent. They're, again, not
They're
Eve.
not ugly at all.
Yeah, they're not. Sure, some may say, oh, come on, this isn't woke, but many of us already developed a sense for wokeness and don't want any of that in games. Anyway, split fiction is non-binary. So this is his checklist for March. Split fiction, you don't buy it because of feminism.
Because it's two women.
Yeah, there's nothing else to really say except feminism. Then we have Assassin's Creed Shadows, which I think a lot of people can agree with. This thing's a disaster. Beginning to end. And then 33 Immortals, which I'm not actually too familiar with there, but I guess it's anti-Christian. They got race swaps, gender swaps. I don't know about this one, but those are his three games. I guess every month he comes up with a list. Non-binary games. There we go. Okay, here we go. Uninspiring gameplay, lame female characters, rampant feminism. Again, I played like 4 hours of this. I don't even understand what he's talking about here. No need to waste time and money on split fiction. There's too many good games out there. So with this, like, I would be interested to see, like, if you were to take Eve, Stellar Blade, and this and put them next to each other and line them up. I think they have a lot of the same check boxes, right? I mean, Eve is like a powerhouse woman, right? Yeah. Usually that's something they complain about, but it's okay with her, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure that, I mean, that she's not ugly. That's for sure. I guess that's it. She's just not ugly. I don't know. But there's no co-op, so I guess you can't co-op it, so it's not in here.
I mean, that's a reach. He's really reaching. Yeah.
And he reached a lot with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, him and John Delarose as well. And, like, they would not get off the subject, dude. It was crazy.
He followed me, by the way, on X.
Who did? John?
John, yeah.
He unfollowed me. He unfollowed me as soon as Goonergate kicked off. It was weird, too. All I said was, like, can we just not censor games? And not even to him. Just said it. Boom, unfollowed. Ugh. That whole list of people, they just went, whoop. I'm like, wow, okay.
Humans are so confusing.
It is weird. All right, so this is Nigel. I keep calling him Joseph Farias, responding to the feminism.
Another feminism propaganda. So what the fuck is this? I guess that somebody are reacting that there are 2 women. Let me say this: in Brothers there were 2 guys.
Yep.
In A Way Out there were 2 guys. In It Takes Two there were 1 guy, 1 woman, and now there are 2 girls and everybody's complaining. Come on, man. I mean, let's face it, man. And it's also like based on my daughters. I don't care what you have between your legs. That's totally not interesting for me. Good characters is what's important.
Yeah, and that is correct. So they can't deal with it. They just can't deal with it. And so they're like, did you hear how he talked to gamers? Do you feel like he was like incredibly rude or anything?
No, but I don't. It's not gamers in general though, and that's the thing. It's the specific people complaining about it.
Yep.
Unlike unlike the wokies that makes the games and they blame everybody for the game being shit. He's just saying this to like a specific group of people complaining about it, not gamers in general. That's the thing.
I agree. So that whole situation, like nothing he says is going to be enough for the crowd that's already decided it's a woke game, right? Like it doesn't matter. That's the thing. It's that they did the same thing with freaking Kingdom Come Deliverance. It's the same guys about Kingdom Come Deliverance too. It's the same guys. Like you just know by looking at him, you can't take him seriously. And of course, here he is. Here he is. Absolutely, a bunch of frauds tried to go at conservatives for not liking a game due to LGBTQ themes and feminism, and they got exposed hard. Think some are paid shills. He thinks we're paid shills. No, he doesn't. There's no way he actually thinks that, right?
I mean, if we were getting paid, we wouldn't be complaining about being poor or anything.
Right? Yeah, I feel like
or having no money.
Sebrew is demanding. Hello, my name is Mercanti. Put me on stream now. Oh no.
Sebrew.
Not again. Not again. We're being threatened. Oh god.
I can't wait to get into that topic.
I know. That's coming. Ladies and gentlemen, that's coming.
Ooh.
And then Yorch says, if you're a conservative gamer, you need to draw a line that's inherently conservative. You can't say this is woke, but this isn't. When a game basically takes every single check in the woke checklist. Now, if we go back to his list, though, let's go back to his list that he made. Where's all the check boxes? There's one. It just is one checkbox is non-binary. He doesn't want to buy it. Doesn't look like it's checking a lot of boxes. Looks like one thing that he's kind of making up.
It looks like a fun game.
It is a fun game. It's actually great. I highly recommend it. And what's great, Toasty, is you don't need to own it. You can just have a friend can own it. And then you just download the game pretty much. Like there's a free play game part of it where you just join someone who owns it. And that's it.
Oh, that's great.
Yes, phenomenal. So what's their problem? This is the guy right here that's mad about the game right here.
He looks angry.
He does look angry. And I feel like this is just a gym picture. What are you so angry at the gym, bro? Sebrew says, if you like split screen platformers, you say play it. If you don't like split screen, I'd say not play it. Yeah. Pretty much. That's pretty much all it is. If it seems like your cup of tea, play. If not, just shut up about it. I just don't understand. Like, there's other things to fight against. This is stupid. Let's see. Yeah, so this is a little more on that, where he's like, we used to have higher standards for co-op games. Reject modernity. Embrace tradition. This is a good game. Army 2 is great. But so's this. They're both really good. But this has 2 dudes, you see.
Wait, I'm surprised he doesn't consider that gay because it's 2 dudes.
Oh, it's okay. Even though they go butt to butt in the game. True. They do. You actually stand back to back, butt to butt in the game.
Really?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh.
You get into a position where you just kind of like this. You back up into your buddy, and you're doing this, and he's over there, and just butt to butt.
Kind of like roaches. Have you ever seen roaches have sex? It's gross.
Most beetles do it that way. It is disgusting.
It's gross.
Yeah. And speaking of roaches, there we go. Right there. There's one right there, I think. Yeah, that whole situation is just out of hand. And then This is his list. Yeah, so you're talking about the list. His list, his feminist checklist, or whatever the fuck this is woke. Why is it woke? Checklist. Here's the 5 reasons that it's split fiction is feminist slop. I hope everyone is taking notes because, my God, we really have to pay attention. We have to understand why. Why? Uninspiring female protagonist. Art direction has suffered greatly during the woke era. New Western IPs seem to focus on realism instead of creativity, and that's why split fiction character models don't really inspire you to play the game. Feminism at work. Now, these photos, I don't... Let's go look up the actual characters. There's one. And where's the other one? There. Here's some more fair photos. Do they look inherently horrible? No, they're feminine.
Yeah, they look kind of cute.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
they look feminine. They're not sexy, and that's the difference. I think
Right.
this Yorch Torch.
Yeah.
Yorch Torch guy expects them to be sexy, but you have to understand it's a game for everybody.
Everybody,
And
yeah.
so they're not gonna be sexy. They're still feminine, right? There's a difference. They're just not sexy.
Exactly. And the way they made them, I think they did a good job. They did a pretty good job. They look like women, right? And that exactly, James. That's the thing. This is not a situation where we're talking about outlaws again in KVS at all. At all. You pause it to watch it. Oh, you're playing it? Oh, nice, Sebrew. Yeah, sweet. Well, thanks for pausing that feminist woke-ass game. But yeah, so
are they friends?
They are not. Okay, so that is the thing. So this one right here writes fantasy. And this one right here writes sci-fi. They just met at the beginning. They're very different. This one's more like serious and closed. Whereas this one's more like happy-go-lucky, open, friendly. Bubbly, yeah. So you have that going. And it's similar to like the previous game, No Way Out. I can't remember if that's the name of it. But anyway, where they're different, but you know, they're finding a way to get along and work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't feel like there's anything wrong with these models at all. Granted, he went and found the worst pictures, and then on top of that, he went and he lowered the quality to try to make his point. Like this, like if you have to do this, then you have already lost.
Yeah, that picture makes them look bad. The facial expressions, the color just looks depressing. It's not colorful as when compared to like the photos you showed me. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like it's colorful.
Yeah.
Especially the redhead, she was smiling and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. The other one's making more of a grimace. The one I pulled, but I just pulled a rando, right? But she is also more serious. But whatever. But here he posted the picture, another picture. They actually look fine here. I did not mean to post this. Stupid. And so, yeah, number 2, he has 5 reasons too, okay? The emphasis on emotional character development. Oh, how dare we? Games should be about fun, but Split Fiction thinks is a great idea for the 2 female protagonists to better understand each other, help them cope with loss, and open up to others in a co-op game.
You mean to tell me women being women in a game is a bad thing?
I guess. Can you tell this guy has never like really talked to a woman lately? I don't know. Is it a movie or a novel? Expected. In a game? Woke for sure. Wow.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that we like there was no such thing as an emotional serious games out there. I've seen games like that.
Oh yeah.
And it's not always about shooting and fucking beating people up and you know shit like that. Some games are just more, I guess, emotional, more serious, more, and some people like that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and it's like it's just storyline. You can skip it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. The dialogues. How are we supposed to get out of here if we don't start to trust each other? Follow my lead. Follow my lead's a bad thing for someone to say in a game. I bet they say that in Army of Two. Get ready to flank him. Oh, shut up to a male character. Oh, God. It's all about feminist empowerment.
That's this guy, he's reaching. Oh my god.
This is number 3. There's 2 more to go. The directors. Oop. Wait, what just happened? What just happened? Don't do this to me. All right, that was weird. Come on, X, get it together. The director's reaction to the game is woke comments and the shill media talking about it. This is pretty much about the thing we just saw, I think. The video. Around the game's release, Joseph Farias, director of Split Fiction, reacted to YouTube comments. He was clearly defensive when one gamer called the game another feminist propaganda soaked game. If the game wasn't feminist, he could have calmly explained why the game wasn't feminist, but he didn't. He went on a rant about his daughters inspiring him for the game. We saw the 26-second rant he's talking about. That was the rant.
And he wasn't even ranting. He was basically explaining it to you guys. It's based on his daughters. If it was a rant, he would have been like Destiny, you know. He would have been like going crazy and shit. Like he was so cool about it.
Yeah. But his emotionally charged answer to a legitimate comment was definitely concerning. The shill media didn't wait a second to talk about it. So this is it. Feminist propaganda, what the F is this? That was him flying off the... Again, let's watch this again. Maybe we missed it, Toasty.
Another feminism propaganda. So what the fuck is this? I guess that somebody are reacting that there are 2 women. Let me say this. In
This is him going off the handle, emotionally charged.
He's smiling about it because it's ridiculous.
One guy, one woman, and now there are 2 girls and everybody's complaining. Come on, man. I mean, let's face it, man. And it's also like based on my daughters. I don't care what you have between your legs. That's totally not interesting for me. Good characters is what's important.
That was his emotionally charged answer.
Wow, I was so angry. Can you tell how angry he was, Jay?
Oh, he was fuming. I was frightened.
Wow.
Yes.
He's so unhinged.
That's unhinged. This dude just said women should be seen, not heard, and get back in the kitchen. I mean, yes, Sebrew, pretty much. It's not anti-feminist, it's chauvinism. I mean, that's real. That's pretty much, yeah. Well, he is in a gym in his photograph, so, you know. And the game villain, this is the big one. Do you see the issue? It's a guy. A white Caucasian male. Some old trope that feminist media loves. He even calls himself God, and of course the female protagonists rebel against God. Wokeness 100%. So that's what we have on Split Fiction. This is the issue going on with Split Fiction, but I just want to say that this is really my problem with Split Fiction, okay? This is me trying to play with my kid. I'm the one on the left. And this is my kid on the right. He's lifting this rock, okay? I'm just gonna go... Oh, nope. Trying to go under this rock. He's already done this like 14 times before I recorded it. Go ahead. I'm dead. He's 8 years old. He's like, all right, I'm gonna kill my dad a bunch of times.
So cool. They could turn into animals and stuff?
So every level is different. In this level, I can turn into an ape or this thing. The ape can climb, and he's also faster than her. But the other guy can swim. For him, he's the tree. He can do things with plants or whatever.
Ooh.
And he can also be a little fairy and can fly around and like get us places.
Oh, I think I might like this game.
Oh, it's really good. And every level's different. So you'll play this level, that's that one. But in another one, you're like cyber ninjas.
Oh.
But this was my experience. Every time we got to a spot where he could do this to me, he did it. But yeah, here's another level. This is the cyber ninja level. So I'm on the left, he's on the right. So I'm inside this thing, and he's out here, right? So I'm trying to hold this thing open, and he's pulling these out. This is like power things. So I'm going to these, and I'm trying to push them out. So as I push it out, see it pop out? Now he can grab it and pull it. But he's also trying to dodge these lasers, and these cars getting thrown at him. So what we're doing right now, we're fighting a parking lot attendant.
I'm the monocle of death. If you don't like wheelies, please...
Yeah, being trolled by my kid. That is based.
Holy chaos! Fucking with you.
This is feminist propaganda.
What's it doing? Don't drop your guard.
So looked pretty fun, right?
Oh my god, I want to play it with someone now.
Yeah, it's
Aw.
really good. It's phenomenal. But it's feminist propaganda, so.
Owning every game, burning like